Hey, Jim. Hey, Jim.
What's up? Hi, Nate. What's up, Batman?
What's going on, Robin?
Have you heard the news? Have you heard the news?
I've heard
it looks like it looks like it's 4-2.
Yeah. Is it ever going to be? Is it ever? Are we ever going to add a team? Are we
I
ever
know
going to add?
USA, Shane and
Sky
Sky
have got to be so lonely.
Shane and Sky are so confident they think they can do it on their own.
Apparently.
Yeah.
They're so lonely. They have no friends.
That's it.
What's
Shocking.
going on with this?
So two big announcements this week. Very surprising. This is my surprise face.
Ooh, yeah, right. Yeah, who'd have ever thought that it would be Jayson and Filler? Who'd have ever?
Yeah, I know. Just way out of the box. Way out of the box. What's Alex thinking? Has he been drinking? It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I could see Filler, but Jayson?
Yeah, no. What's he ever done? What's he ever done at Mosconi? Oh no, yeah, MVP. Yeah, all right.
Oh yeah, that's right. Speaking of which, oh hey, what's
Speaking
up?
of which, there he is, MVP.
What's up, ladies?
All right, buddy. We are live, so don't go slagging off Team USA quite yet.
They can do that.
They're gonna get. Oh, we got the fan.
Yeah, me. I'm trying to bring this phone up so I can just have it like above my head, but it's not going to work.
Hey, where's my little girlfriend at? Where's she at? She in the back seat?
He's in the back seat sleeping. She's at school.
Aww.
Dang. Let me see if I can send my phone here.
Yeah, to try and do a better job with your phone than you did with that match last night against Oi. Oh, he's gone. That's pretty much what happened last night against Oi as well.
Wow, he wasn't a fan of that one. All right, well, who knows? Maybe we'll get Jayson back, and maybe you just made him cry. Maybe he's going to pull himself out of the Mosconi Cup now.
I wouldn't imagine so. There he is.
We're good.
I'm gonna share to like 100 different groups here.
Yeah, everybody else that's tuning in to listen to us blab on about the Mosconi Cup, why don't you give it a share as well? We got Jayson Shaw here, the next Mosconi Cup MVP back-to-back. Give him a share.
Oh, yeah.
That, right, Jayson?
It's coming. Don't worry. It's coming. They're going to get drilled.
I like Neil. Nick Patrick says if Jayson Shaw wins the MVP again, we're going to have to deport him.
I should just win it just for being in it. I should just win it just for showing up.
The confidence is high. The confidence is high.
I see you're getting that American exceptionalism bred into you by living here for so long. You're starting to sound like us.
How are you feeling? That must have been a relief buzzing. To finally hear the news.
Yeah, I'm buzzing. I've just been like, I don't know, it's weird. I was feeling good anyway, but I feel like 100 times better. Feel like I got a little bounce in my step again.
Going to go and snap off the international now.
Yeah, how is the confidence going into there then?
I'm loving the break, the break rules in that, and you got to break good. There's no just tapping the brake and the ball's going to go in. You're going to have to break good and you're going to have to play good, and I'm breaking good and I'm playing good. So good combination. A little bit of luck and see what happens. Yeah.
So I guess you were announced as number 3. Filler gets announced today, just actually a couple of hours ago, maybe about an hour ago.
Yeah.
How are you feeling about Team Europe so far?
I think it speaks for itself, really. There's one player out of that's in there now that wasn't in there last year, and he's playing well. He's done well in all the big events this year. Finished pretty high, and he's been in the team before. So the last pick's going to be between Fedor and Kachi, I believe, and so it's kind of be similar to the team from last year. So I feel good about it. I think one change is not going to do anything. It's more about what are they going to do? What are they going to bring? Who's going to be on their team? That's what the big question is.
Yeah. Well, if they ever decide to announce anybody, maybe we'll find out. But do you have a preference between Kachi or Fedor?
Not really. I think both of them bring a lot to the team. Both fantastic players and champions, so it's a tough one for Alex. And, you've got a lot of people out there who support Fedor, support Kachi, and they want obviously their man to get picked. But it is the way it is, and somebody's going to miss out, and it's going to be unfortunate. But it doesn't really matter between any two of them. They're both elite players and champions, like I said. So anyone's good.
And I guess if anyone's going to come in and replace one of them, it's not a bad pick having Al-Qaeda. He's got all the experience. He's done it before, and he's never really let Team Europe down. He's always played well at the Mosconi Cup, so he's it's a decent swap in, no?
Yeah, I like David in there. He's like I said, he's been in there before. He knows what to do. He knows how to handle it. He's won many times there. So for me, I don't think it's any concern. I think he's playing well, and like I said, he's a top player as well. So it's more to do with them. Like I just said, I think they'll be waiting until after this international open, I believe, because that's what I think anyway. I think they'll probably wait till after the international open, and they'll try and pick players who they look's on form, and who's looking good, and they can work with in the next month, and try and even if it's new players, you might see somebody new in their team this year.
We might be seeing maybe a Devin Poteet. I mean, he's been traveling more than anybody, playing some pretty good pool. It wouldn't surprise me a bit if Devin Poteet got the nod.
Yeah, I was kind of hearing something like that too. Maybe Tony Chohan or Scott Frost.
I don't think Tony Chohan would be a bad pick. I mean, he can get it done on rotation, and he's been playing a lot. He's been putting himself out there, and
but can he get it done in a cold, wet night in London?
Well, we'll put it this way:
2,500 fans absolutely steaming.
There's been top players and world champions that haven't been able to get it done in that arena. So I mean, it's. I think that's why it's important. That's why it's important. I've said before. I think that if you're getting 3 wild cards, you pick 3 guys that have been there before because you know what to expect from them. It's always a little bit of a risk if you pull somebody in who's even if they're playing really, really well, you don't really know how they're going to handle that kind of crowd because you only do it once a year. If you're lucky, you do it once a year. Yeah. And it's completely different.
Well, tell me the American profile that fits exactly what you just described. I can name about 20 Europeans. Can you name how many Americans can you name?
Yeah, it's tough. Listen, America's tough right now. There is a lot of young potential coming through. That Shane Wolford, I think he could be a good potential in the next 3 or 4 years. Maybe 2 or 3. There's a couple of good ones I've seen that look decent, but they just need seasoning, that's all. They just need time, and unfortunately, USA kind of need it quicker than a couple of years. They need a couple of youngsters who are really good, coming through right now. Like I said, there's a few of them, but it's just not too many, and that's the problem. Europe's got about 1 million. They're about 10 years old, and they run out for fun.
They run out for fun?
Yeah, it's tough. You go to the European Championships and you watch all the juniors and that. There's kids there that are 8, 9 years old, man, and they're breaking and running out. And it's good too. You come to the States and you go to the BCA and you watch juniors there and stuff like that. They're good, but they miss. You know what I mean? These kids are not missing. They're running out. The way it's set up in Europe and the way it's set up in the USA is totally different. That's just what it comes down to.
Yeah. Can I just quickly say something, Nate? Stephen Fair, if you don't behave yourself, then I'll have you thrown off here as well. I've already blocked you from my own personal account. So if you want to watch this, you behave yourself. One more word from you, and I'll have you blocked off here permanently. Idiot. Anyway, one rule in life: don't be a dick. Simple. We're trying to have fun.
Yeah, it's tough, mate. Like I said. I don't even know what's happening. I can't even see anything. I'm that far away from the screen.
Oh, yeah, there's a guy that seems to not be your biggest fan that likes to comment on everything, and he's on here now as well.
Or is that the guy that I've been in the pool room that he's been in for the last 2 tournaments, and I've been there and he's not said a word. And I did
That's
a
the guy.
raffle. I did a raffle with Jayson shaft, and he bought tickets for it. That same guy.
I think so, yeah.
Oh wow.
But anyway, I'm gonna ask you a question. Up until a couple of days ago, how worried were you that you might not have got picked? Was there any part of you that thought I might be in trouble here?
Yeah, I was. Do you know what? For the first time in 6 years, I kind of had a little bit, like thinking, was I going to get picked? Even though I was MVP last year, this year obviously I played in most of the events. Felt like I played decent. You know, didn't play my best. Didn't really catch a good break when I needed it and stuff like that. But I've been playing decent. Just I feel like at the start of the year, I wasn't really working as hard because I was doing other things. And then after the trip to Europe for like 3 months for the World Nine Ball and stuff like that, after I came back from that, I knew I had to kind of like get my head down and just kind of try and get back to practicing and, you know, not doing other stuff, getting back to do what I'm supposed to do, play pool and win tournaments. So I kind of started playing more hours and putting more time in. And in the last few months, I've seen big improvements. You know, it's tough. It's tough when you're not playing and then you come back and everybody else is playing all the time. It just takes a little bit of time, but I feel like now I've played in enough tournaments over the last 5-6 months that I'm back to where I was at before I stopped playing. So yeah, it's tough, man. Like, there's so many good players now. That's a problem.
It's crazy, yeah. It is. It's crazy.
It is.
You don't see people. You don't see the same people winning these tournaments anymore. You know.
No, you
every time you walk into one of these big tournaments, there's 30 guys there that are thinking they can win it. It's just insane.
It's just the way the game is as well, man. It's so tough. With the competition now, it's tougher, and plus the way the game's set up at times, it makes it 10 times worse.
Yeah.
So you're showing up to events and you know you're playing well, but you can play well and still get beat. And probably like a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, maybe more than 2 years ago, I would say actually, it kind of wasn't like that. You know what I mean? It was set up where you're going to tournaments where you had to break good and kind of play good. You know what I mean? And the break doesn't even come into it anymore. It's just down to getting a shot and getting a little bit lucky.
So
obviously still have to play good.
Yep. Now that you have been announced, how has your training changed? Has Alex gotten to you and said you need to work on these things now, or are you just continuing to do the same thing you've always done?
No, I had a couple of sessions. I had one session yesterday with Alex. I had one a couple of days ago as well. The yesterday one was good. Did like an hour and 25 minutes on the Zoom call, which was good. So was working a lot on kicking and safety and just doing some drills and stuff like that. It was fun because I played Nayuki last night and we only played race to 9. And I played a lot of good kicks and a lot of good safeties and stuff like that, and stuff that we were working on earlier in the day came up and I nailed it every time. So stuff like that, we did that last year before we went there for a few months, and it really showed when I went to the Mosconi Cup. So hopefully doing all this again will make me stronger and hopefully can go in there and perform and give the fans a good time.
Is he focusing on things that he believes are necessary for Mosconi, or is he focusing on things that are more individually what he thinks you need to work on?
Yeah, probably more a bit of both actually, because he wants, obviously in the Mosconi, it doesn't just come down to running out. There's a lot of times where you're pushing out or you're kicking and stuff like that. So obviously for personal gain, I think everybody who plays pool, no matter if you're an top pro, you still have to work on your kind of safety game, and a lot of players don't do that, and I probably don't work as much on my safety game as I should. So maybe he sees that and he's trying to push me to do that more, because he believes that could probably take me to the next level. already me having good knowledge already. If I can add more to it, then it'll make me stronger. And I think that's the way he, coaches people, and he believes that that's the right way to do it. So I just go ahead and listen to what he's saying and keep doing it, and hopefully it does keep improving my game.
Cool. Nate is sitting there secretly hoping it doesn't.
I'm over here like I'm a realist. At the end of the day, I'm a realist, and we're up against it. It's the U.S. is tough, and to the point where, how many times have you seen Jayson, where people are like, well, doesn't Jayson live in the U.S.? Why isn't he on Team USA? How many times have you seen that?
I've seen that so many times, and people have got private messaging me, asking me, how can you not play for USA? And I'm like, oh, man. I'm like, for one, I'd get killed when I went back there. Two, I could never do that. And three, it's not allowed anyway, so it's kind of a weird one. But I tell you what, London's going to be sick. I'm going to make sure, because the last time we played in the US, the fans were brutal for the very first time, and I couldn't tell you how long the US fans were brutal that year.
Yeah.
Oh man, they were brutal in 2000. Was it 19?
19.
Yeah. They were brutal, man. They were brutal. So this year, I'm going to make sure that all those fans are 10 times more brutal than they were.
I got your back, man.
I'm gonna make sure those fans are like our 10th man.
Me and Cookie have got that covered.
I'll be sitting next to Jim, just
crying in your beer,
just hoping that we have something to hold on to. Just hoping for a day 4.
But listen, that's. I mean, I also hear people they talk about the format of Mosconi. And they say, well, they don't like the short races, but the format of Mosconi keeps it exciting because a match finishes and you go back straight to 0-0 the next match. It's only a race to 5, and momentum can change very quickly. So the format of the Mosconi keeps it. Even if the score is if you're talking 5-1, 6-2, something like that. If the momentum changes quickly, it can very quickly. The points can rack up, So, yeah.
What is it?
I can't wait. I'm buzzing. I can't wait.
Is it Earl Weaver said momentum is the next day's starting pitcher for baseball? I think the momentum is the next match's players.
Yeah. And there he is.
There we got him back.
So that's what it is.
Somebody called me there. That's why my phone cut off.
Are they asking you why you're not playing for America?
That's probably
that's
right?
What he said. He said, hey, by the way, why are you on that stream? How come you're not practicing for Team USA?
Your dad's on. All right, Charlie, how are you?
Charlie's on. He's coming for
down.
The last day.
Your dad's coming down for it, is he?
Guess where he's going, Jim? He's going to watch the Chelsea game before he comes to Celtic supporter going to a Chelsea game.
Something wrong with your family.
I know, mate. He's going to the Chelsea game. His mate, the guy's got VIP tickets and that, so he's going there before, and then he's coming for the last day. So he's having a weekend away.
Oh, he's getting VIP'd all over the place. Comes to Mosconi, gets VIP days as well.
Yeah, so I guess you're.
What we're finding out is that's why Jayson made the team, is because his dad's a VIP. Is that it?
Charlie's a VIP. Charlie's a VIP at any pool tournament he goes to in the UK, I think.
Charlie's a VIP, so that's why Jayson made the team.
Get my dad to be security guard. There'll be no USA fans left.
He says he's going there to support Leeds.
Leeds against Chelsea?
Yeah. That'd be good to see him again.
Probably is going to support Leeds.
Is he coming down his own? Is the whole family coming down, or is he just going down his own?
No, I think my sister's coming with her 2 kids. I've got a bunch of people. I think a bunch of people are coming from Scotland again.
Yeah.
There was a lot the last time we were there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be fun. looking forward to actually seeing who the teams are.
Well,
that's it.
I'm sure a lot of other people out there are
looking.
looking forward to seeing it. Yeah, I think you'll see it within before the end of this month.
Yeah, I think you might be right. I think that Jeremy's waiting to see if somebody's head pops out the top of everybody at the International Open.
And who knows? Like, who knows? They already might have it picked. They might already know. Like, two people might already know if they're in or not, and the other person might not know. So,
who do you pick if you're picking Team USA and you had to pick it right now?
Right now, Chris Robinson, Tyler, and Billy.
Sounds about right, really, to be honest.
Yeah, Billy, Tyler, Billy, Tyler, and Chris Robinson. Or you pick Devin Petit over Robinson, I guess, right?
You still have, I mean, Jeremy Sosi didn't.
But I don't. Yeah, I don't know Jeremy Sosi. I don't know. He's just had a kid and all that. So I don't know how much he's playing. I know he was just playing a challenge match against Naoki Oi, but other than that, I don't know if he's playing enough to be picked.
What do you think? What do you think about bringing back somebody like Oscar?
Oscar would be decent, yeah. Or Earl, bring Earl back for one.
That'll go well.
Yeah, but at least you know it's gonna get good TV for one, and he's gonna give it his all. You know what I mean? Plus, he did it all the time, and you just ask for an extra table in a private room, and you let him go practice himself, and you let the rest of the team practice on their own. You know what I mean? Like together. The other four players practice together, and he gets to play on his own. And as soon as it's him to come up, like a couple of minutes before, you hit a couple of balls with him and go right out there. Because if you're on the same table with him practicing, it won't go too well.
No.
Especially if there's 5 of you at the table.
For the team?
Nah, not really.
Especially
Not if you let him do
well.
his own thing. Yeah, but if it's not going well, like Shane, I think with Shane, his device, I think Shane can like kind of calm him down a little bit. I think he'd listen to Shane a little bit.
I think Shane's one of the few people that does listen to, really. Yeah.
It's tough, man. It's tough for them. I don't know. No, hopefully we'll see it end during this tournament or maybe after it's done. I really don't know. But like I said, I'm looking forward to seeing who the teams are.
I like the Oscar and Tony. I would like to see Tony Chowan get a chance at it. I like that.
Oh, I would pick Oscar, Tyler, Shane, Skylar, and Billy. Yeah, so Shane, Skylar, Billy, Tyler, and Oscar. I think that would be good.
I like that team.
Yeah, I like that. Some 5.
Still not good enough.
I'm gonna say if that's the team.
It's good, but it's good, but it's not good enough. The score 11-5.
So
we'll give them a couple
more than last year.
Yeah, so it was what 11. What was the score last year? 11-3.
11-3.
Yeah,
3.
We'll give them 11. Yeah, 11-5. We'll give them 11-5 then. 11-5 sounds about right score. I think they'll all win one set each. They'll chip in.
What do you think,
one.
Jim?
He's right. Win a couple.
I don't know. I want to see what our fifth player is. Not that I really think. I mean, I think Kachi or Federer doesn't really matter.
It's not you.
Well, apparently, yeah, I know. Hey, nobody's talking about me. What's going on here? I don't know. It's so tough to pick it. I mean, you would say on looking at the two teams and the quality of the players, you would say that it probably should be a blowout for Europe. But it doesn't always happen that way because it is short races and momentum can change very, very quickly. Small things can happen and it can, when it's just a race to 5. And, look, America won it twice when they weren't supposed to, not so long ago. I don't see it happening, to be honest. But to pick a score, it's very easy for people to say, 11-3, 11-5, 11-7. Yeah, it should probably be 11-4, 11-5. Doesn't mean it's going to be, though. We saw one thing. I promise you, if the Americans have got any sense about them, and Jeremy's got any, they'll be practicing the lag for this one and trying to win a few lags, because they got brutalized on hill matches in the last one. Just because they didn't win the lag. So yeah, if I've got any advice,
I know about
the lags.
I know about that. The lag's massive, and if you look at it, really, obviously the score was 11-3, but if you look back at it and you look through all the matches,
it was tighter than that.
Four or five hill matches or something like that,
Yeah.
or I think it was like 4. So you just swap those 4 hill matches around, and then now you got the score at 7-8-7. You can say all you want that it was one-sided and all that stuff, but a lot of those matches came down to one game, and maybe a roll here or there, or the last ball rolling went in, and you got absolute rollings. So people say, "Oh, you got slaughtered," or whatever. Yeah, it looks, you did get slaughtered. Everybody's going to say that, but when you look at it in reality, the scores actually switched them around a couple of those hills in the games that is game on. So it's race to 5. It's short.
I mean, day 2 was really rough. Day 2 was really rough on US.
If you look at the individual matches, and let's say you've got Jayson up there, he's 825 Fargo, whatever it is, and he's playing against Billy with his 780 or 790. That seems like a massive difference in Fargo, yeah. And if they were to play a race to 50 or a race to 100, that would show. But in a race to 5, it's probably only one rack. So it's supposed to be 5-4, but it can easily be 5-4 or 5-3 the other way around. There's nothing in it really when it's just the races to 5. And these small things can make such a difference, especially playing 9-ball. So yeah, favourites, yes. Is it a done deal? No, they're still going to have to work for it, and they're still going to have to play well. They can't go out there and play half-assed. They're going to have to play well. Simple as that.
Yeah. It's going to be tough, man, because obviously you got David, he's played really well. You got Albin, who's been playing well all year, same as David. Phil has been playing decent all year. Myself is just myself, and then obviously the last person. So that team there, there's just first 4 players is really tough. But like you said, it's race to 5 and anything can happen. And we'll see when it comes to December. It's going to be fun, man, and I guess it's going to be a blast with all the fans back. It's going to be unbelievable.
I can't wait, but it's going to be awesome. I'm going to be buzzing.
I want to say, I just thinking about how loud it's going to be compared to last year.
Yeah. Oh, hey, the after party is going to go off.
It's going to be. Yeah. I don't know about that, man, but it's going to go off in that arena as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's going to be.
Everybody else who's traveling is going to be excited.
Yeah. I think the tickets are going to fly out now within the next month or so, and I think it's going to be an awesome event. And it's going to be interesting for me to see. Let's just say that Federer gets picked, and then you've got Chris Robinson or Chris Reinhold in the other one. They're not technically rookies, but they haven't played in front of that crowd. So it's going to be interesting to see how they perform. I thought Chris did really, really well last year, and I thought Federer did pretty good. But it's still going to be the first time for them in front of that crowd. And it's always interesting to see these new guys, as good as they are. Federer's a world champion. He's an absolute animal. But, still going to be the first time he's done it in front of 2,500 screaming idiots who've been on the beer all day. That's going to be interesting to see how they handle it. Yeah?
Emphasis on the idiots.
We're there.
We got Jayson. I think his
Jason's close.
Yeah, that's all right. We don't need him. So Jim, we asked him, what's your Team USA rounded out? Who do you like?
I think we talked about this the last time. I like putting Oscar in there, just to kind of even not just for what he can do on the table, but the fact that he sort of bridges that little bit of a gap between Shane and the younger guys. I think that would be a nice person for Shane to have in the team. As well as the other players. I think they all respect Oscar. So I'd have Oscar, I'd have Tyler in. And then there's questions around whether or not, whether or not Billy is available for selection or not. If he is, then yes, I'd always have Billy in, always, because he's the one guy that brings that USA atmosphere to the team. And he does a lot for Skylar when he's there as well. You can see Sky sometimes, if things aren't going his way, he can get a little bit quiet in his chair, and he sort of gets a little bit, he sort of he's occasionally has the tendency to shrink a little bit in his chair and look like the teenager that was there for the first time all those years ago, kind of thing, rather than the not the elder statesman, but the experienced guy within the team. And I think having Billy there, you can see Sky only needs one little look over at Billy, and that gets him back up again. That gets him back pumped up again. I think that's something that Billy brings to the team that nobody else brings. So I would always have Billy in the team if possible. I mean, Europe have got Jayson, this guy here. He does that for Team Europe and Filler as well. They kind of get the rest pumped up, whereas maybe a Kachi or a Federer are not really in that kind of character-wise to do that. I think every successful team has to have those characters in it, and I think Billy seems to be the only one in the USA over the last few years that really does that. You don't see it from Sky, you don't see it from Shane, but Billy is that guy, like Hatch was a little bit. Except Billy, in my opinion, is just a bit better than that as far as his performances in Mosconi. Yeah.
Jason's having some problems, I think, with his connection.
Jason's having serious technical problems with his telephone. There he is again.
Jason's just getting beat up on by this phone.
No, dude, my phone just came up. It said your phone's switching off. It's too hot. Temperature's too hot.
Well, you got it on the dashboard.
I had it on the dashboard, and then I had to get the AC on and stick it in front of the AC.
Get yourself a better telephone, mate.
No, mate, I've got a new iPhone.
Overheating.
What happened? Yeah, overheating.
Cakes are just too hot. The phone can't.
I'm going to ask Jayson one more question, and it's not an easy one to answer, I guess. But since everybody involved is already in the team, would I be right in thinking that as long as that if you were to be given the choice and said, okay, Jayson, you're in the team, I want you to give me two names. Who's also in the team? Would I be right in thinking it would be Albin and Filler? And if you asked Albin, for him it would be Jayson and Filler. And if you asked Filler, it would be Jayson and Albin. Am I right in thinking that that's kind of, as long as you've got those three guys in the team,
yeah, I would think. Yeah, I would think that. I would think probably out of three of us, if you asked us all that the same question, we'd probably say the same thing.
Yeah. So I think that's probably. I think Alex has pretty much got what he wants. He got the bonus of Albin getting in there directly, and then I think these two picks that we've just seen were pretty much guaranteed. Because I'm also of the opinion that these are the three established Mosconi Cup players, and as far as if people like it or not, that's more important than how you're playing 2 months before the event, kind of thing. And
Mosconi Cup's a different thing. You know what I mean? It's
exactly.
It's just a different buzz and feeling, and something you never feel that playing in any other tournament. So, some people can really, handle it, and I'm not fresh situation, and everybody's got eyes on you, and half want you to miss, the other half won't make it. It's tough.
Would I be right in saying it took you 2 or 3 years to get that balance right?
Yeah, I think the first couple of years, you win games, you lose games, and that's where it makes you stronger in years to come. And and obviously these wildcards picks, it shows that they've got faith in me to pick me, because they know I've been there, and I've been when it's not going good, and when it's going good, and I got that experience to, try and help us, pull us out of a hole if we're in a hole, or get confidence, or when we're feeling down, try and bring some spirit to the team, or whatever it may be. But that's what a lot of players now, like Albin and Joshua and David, and we all got experience. So I think it's a solid team.
Have you already got your pre-Mosconi Cup interview? You already know what you're going to say to Team USA to get under the skin?
I don't know. I'll figure something out. I'll come up with something.
Got to get those mind games going.
That'd be funny. Nah, I like all that stuff. It's good. It's good. People like watching it as well. You know what I mean? So, and it's good to get it going like that because it creates fire. And when there's fire,
Absolutely.
And then there's fire.
Yeah.
What a connection. We can barely hear you.
Your phone's frozen again. You've got a bit of a Conor McGregor look going on.
Oh, well, we at least got a new face. Oh, that's a nice thumb. All right, there we are. Wow, you got better looking.
Cheers, pal. Looks like you've had a shave.
Yeah. I'm going to Mexico. I'm going to Mexico today. I'm going to Mexico later on today, so I gotta look pretty. What?
We're having technical issues. So, Jay, does this mean we're going to see you at the GB9 just before Mosconi Cup? Are we going to see the entire Team Europe at the GB9?
No, I think we have to be in London early.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I'm guessing we'd have to be there at least 5 days. That gets me. We'd have to be there at least on the 1st or something like that. I'm not too sure. But yeah, I would like to play it, but it's not going to happen.
Yeah, are they going to keep you? Are they going to keep you in some sort of bubble while you're there? Do you think?
I've not got a clue, mate. I don't know anything. I don't know nothing. All I know is I'm in the team, and that's it. I just do what I need to do. Yeah, sit back and practice and do what I need to do, and then when I get all that information, just sign it all and send it all back, and I'm good to go.
Awesome, delighted.
I can't imagine they would be if they didn't have one for the U.S. Open.
Difficult to bubble 256 players, isn't it?
True.
Yeah, it'd be hard to enforce it. Yeah.
I don't know. We'll
That's
see
fair.
We'll see.
That'd be pretty tough.
4 hours until I get to Virginia.
Well,
The life of a professional player.
yeah, right.
Right. I think we've asked about all we can ask, really, haven't we?
Pretty close. Oh, I got one question that Jim didn't let me answer earlier, or ask earlier. So, Jayson, let's say you're the vice captain and you're gonna make a pick, but the speculation is it has to be a player who's never made the team before, and it has to be a young player. Who would you pick for Team Europe as the number 5?
Say that again one more time.
So you get to pick the 5th player for Team Europe, but the speculation is they could never have played before, and they have to be a very young player.
They could have
Like
never
younger
played
than 23.
In what, the Mosconi?
Yes.
Under
I agree with
23?
Nick, I think.
I'll pick Senjin.
Senjin Pelovanovic?
Yeah.
You're so upset he didn't say Oliver.
No, Oliver. But, I would have. I'd agree with.
That is it. That's it. Oliver's going to be top 3 in the world within the next 2 years. He's going to have won every world championship.
I do.
Listen, he could.
He's got the game. Yeah.
I do, and I like Nick's pick, Victor Zolnacki, or Victor Zelensky.
Victor Zelensky.
That's like your 3rd time saying that. I heard you say that.
I know. I said it earlier too.
Zelensky would actually be my pick.
Victor would be a great pick.
What is it? How do you say his name?
Victor Zelensky.
Oh, Zelensky, yeah. I'm going to start calling him that Victor stuff. That's brilliant. That's like on other streams I've heard you say it, and I'm like, what is he saying?
Yeah, no, I didn't know who he was talking about. Yeah.
Oh man, yeah, I would pick him, and then for Team America, I would pick. I would pick. No, I would pick Shane Wolford. There you go.
Yeah, Shane's a good pick.
Yeah,
He's playing
that's
some pretty
all.
good pool now too.
Yeah, and he's playing in all the events. You know, he's going
Yeah.
about and putting his time in. So, like I said, I think in a couple of years, and he could be something for USA. And he's left-handed too, so he's only going to get better. Not the right-handed players are not good, so
I was
they
gonna
can
say,
get better. But I just feel left-handed players who are a little bit more work. I don't know what it is. They just seem to pick up the game quicker.
yeah,
It looks better on the eye. Same with snooker as well.
it's the same with most sports.
Yeah, you look at snooker.
They're normally they're more technically gifted. They're a bit more creative. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's because of the left side of the brain, isn't it? It's a little bit more, works a little bit better.
I'm learning how to play left-handed. Does that mean I'm going to be a good player someday?
Jim, any more questions?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I think we should. I think it's a good time to stop that. I think.
That's brilliant. That is.
Fair play, pal. Fair play.
Sorry, Nate. Sorry, pal. That's again.
So how was having Naoki Oi at your pool room yesterday?
Mate, so her mom had just made fresh kimchi, right? And she'd made spicy. Oh, I'm hungry. Can I make some food? And I was like, yeah, what do you like? Beef bulgogi. I'm like, yeah, okay, make it. So they make them, and then they're all sitting down, and I go up like 5 minutes later, and I look at the side of his head, and he's like dripping with sweat all the way under his chin. I'm like, are you hot? And he's like, oh no, too spicy. He's like, oh no. He ate the full thing, and for like 20 minutes, his face was like super red. So he's like, oh, enjoy it. So I left, and I came back at like 9 o'clock at night, and then he just had ordered the ramen noodles, but I thought a couple of beers. And I said to him, oh, you drinking? And he just said, yeah, because he didn't understand what I was saying, because he said, yeah, all day, yeah. So I'm like, he probably not even got a clue what I'm saying here. So when I asked him, he's had a couple of beers. He's gone, yeah. And I said, his face is all red. And then about 10 minutes later, she went, he just ate more food. And I says, what? Yeah, again? Because he just had a massive bowl of rice with beef. And she's like, yeah, he wanted like ramen noodle. So she'd made him that, and he had ate more spicy food. But his face was like so red that he looked like he'd had a couple of shots of like vodka or something like that, because I've seen him drinking before, and he usually goes red, but no, he couldn't handle the spicy food, but he was loving it over there. He loved getting free food, free practice, taking pictures, playing people. He had a good time. He's going back today again. So he's a good guy. He's a really good guy, man.
Yeah,
he can go over there anytime he wants. He's welcome. But yeah, it was fun. He was at a pool room next to mine. He was doing some challenge matches, and he played Jeremy Saucy in the challenge match. But I think it was over quickly.
I'm telling you what, Naoki has been playing some really, really good pool the last, during this entire road trip in the U.S. He's been playing real good.
Yeah, he looked like he was playing good, yes. He was playing decent, yeah. But he said he wants to go fishing. He said,
what is it with pool players? They all want to go fishing.
I don't know. I think it's just to do with just getting away with some time yourself and getting your head clear.
Yeah.
So,
who's your pick for the international if you know one yourself?
Nobody. I'm not saying anybody, mate. Nobody. I'm going
Nobody.
there to win. I don't.
Good answer,
I
yes.
honestly, mate, I really, really feel like I don't think there's one person here that breaks better than me with this format of break. Not even that. They're all trying to make the one in the side. I ain't one in the side. I'm trying to make the wing ball, which is tougher than trying to make the one in the side. And I'm doing it with an open bridge. So you look at this event from back in 2015, or I believe, or 16, when they changed to the 9 on the spot with the magic rack. You look at all the finishes I've had there. I've been like 5th, 4th, 3rd. Then I won it. Then I finished like 4th, I think, and then the worst one I had was I finished like 17th place. So this for me, if I ever gambled at a big money match, like big more money, and I'd play Shane, I would play him 9 on the spot, magic rack, and I'd have a ref come in. I would pay like Nigel Reese to come over, and if it was for big money, and referee 9 on the spot, and break inside the box, 3-point rule. I'll play anybody like that, anybody, as long as there's a neutral ref and it's a proper referee.
Yeah.
It's the best break. You can't get away with soft breaking. You got to hit it good, and you don't know if you're going to scratch in the side or you could scratch cross corner. There's a lot of things that can happen. So I feel I got an advantage with that. So all I have to do is just hopefully play well and get a little run of the ball. I feel like everybody else is playing good anyway, but the break's massive, right?
Yeah.
Well, I hope Dennis is listening. That could be your match after you guys play 10 ball. That'd be fun. That'd be a good match.
Yeah, but the thing is with them, they want to play that 9 ball where they're leaving the back ball off. I'm not into that. I'm not playing for big money playing that way. Did you watch that last set they played? How bad that was? You're playing with 9 on the spot and you're playing with a magic rack.
That was kind of
and
you're
you're
hitting
just
it like 12 miles an hour.
Yeah, hitting it 12 miles an hour and the wing ball just flying straight in and they're playing shape on the 1. I don't know how people who bet can bet that much money and agree to play like that. It's just crazy. You know, you want it to come down to where, you know, you're having to do something. There's no point. You may as well just put the 1 on the spot if you're going to do that.
Yeah.
Basically.
At least you're racking them properly then.
Yeah, exactly. At least you're not, you know, docked on the rack to make the wing ball go in. At least the wing ball is going to go in and it's a tight rack.
Yeah.
I just don't understand it.
I think someone should play a big match and have Jim and I break for him. That'd be fun.
Yeah, that would be fun. I'd definitely have Jim breaking for me.
Yeah, good luck getting backers on that, mate.
Yeah, right. Hey, I've watched Jim break. Jim loves scratching into that side pocket. That left middle pocket is his best friend.
You've seen Jim break a few cues after the break.
I've done that as well. Yeah. That's why I went carbon.
Carbon, I tell you what, the carbon fiber brake cues are good.
Yeah.
I've always said they were kind of decent. But yeah, I don't know, it just seemed to do a lot more, and they jump super easy full cue.
And you've got your own cue out now.
Yeah, got my own cue, my own Eagle Eye cue. I'll have another 20
nice.
in the next week. I got 11 straight away. I used one, and then I sold the other 10 in 6 days, and I have another 20 coming. Hopefully within the next week. They're already been shipped. So if anybody wants one, hit me up. I already got a couple gone from that batch that's being arrived, and it will be like 50 of them made.
Are you going to be playing with one of them yourself? Are you?
I've been playing with one since just before the US Open.
Okay.
I used it at the US Open. So yeah, they're nice. It's good. It comes with a carbon fiber extension and it comes with a 2x2 case. So if you want one, hit me up.
All right, ship it.
Yeah, you interested, Nate?
No.
You know what I'll do, Nate? I'll send you one. You can raffle one off on your page.
There you go. That would work.
Since you're the raffle man.
Apparently.
What
yeah, you heard
Facebook
your first, ladies and gentlemen. You want to get your hands on a Jayson Shaw cue? You might get one on the key.
What happened to your raffles when Facebook went up? Do you panic?
Yeah, I mean, I still haven't recovered financially.
I can imagine all the people's Fedor and Skylar and that. Facebook's gone down. 6 hours are absolutely steaming. Oh, that'd be bro. I'd love to have a camera on.
Jason's getting called. Probably from Facebook saying, "Don't talk bad about us."
Exactly, Facebook. Having a go at
Mark
him.
Zuckerberg got
That's
him.
Mark Zuckerberg. Hey, stop slagging off Facebook.
Oh, and now he's gone black, so he's disappeared too.
That's
Oh, that's it.
Right. Are we going to call this a day?
Yeah, I think we can call this a day. This has been fun. We talked all about the Mosconi Cup picks. Such fun, huh, Jim?
Yeah, well, it's an interesting one. I mean, there's obviously something going on in the US camp at the moment.
There's something
because
going on. There's a reason they're having.
At the end of the day, every other year, it's been 1-for-1 the announcements, and now we've had 2 in a row from Europe, and it's 4-2 at the moment on the picks. So there's obviously something going on.
And on top of that, we're like a month and a half behind on when we're supposed to be making these announcements.
Yeah.
They said that they would have them announced before the US Open.
Yeah. So
who knows?
Exciting times or worrying times, whichever way you look at it.
Team USA is falling apart.
Well,
slowly but surely.
Yeah, well, it's not falling apart. It's been very difficult to put together, by the sound of things.
Yeah, well, who knows? We'll see.
There will be a Mosconi Cup.
There will be a Mosconi Cup.
And there will be a European victory party at the end of it.
And there will be a party at the end of it.
All right.
Remember last time I was in London, pal? That's all I'm saying. Last time we were in London. Just remember that.
No, can't remember that far back.
USA.
Yeah, that's
all right.
Weak.
All right, we'll tune off. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you later.
See ya.